with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. So, public communication and hearing of non-agenda items. Is my mic on? So it's time to address the commission on any.
Not on.
It's not on?
On your mic.
We don't do this enough.
It looks like he has 3 bars.
I have
There you go.
Is it on?
Yes, so.
At this time, to address the commission about any item not listed on the agenda. If you wish to address the commission on a item listed on the agenda, please follow the instructions above.
Mr. Chairperson, I do not have any speakers for non-agenda items other than never mind, other committee. I do have no comments for this section.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's right. So our regular business, number 1 is approval of the minutes. We have any discussion on our last minutes of October 12th, 2021? Do we have a motion to approve?
I move that we accept the minutes.
I second.
Hold on. It's coming.
Do we vote on this, or?
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
That was loud. Huh? And I'm not even.
I don't see anything to, oh, there we go. Okay.
Power might be.
Yeah, there's something wrong with yours.
Okay, well, I say yes. And yours isn't approved either.
Are we having technical difficulties with them? I apologize. The power went out yesterday, and when I came in 30 minutes before the meeting, nothing in here was working, so I thought we had fixed it all. I will see if we can get someone in here. But the motion carries with 3 yeses and 0 noes.
Okay, motion passed. So now we're going to number 2, which is the welcome sign for our city sign, replacing old ones. And there's going to be a slideshow.
Michael. Okay,
There's
so
5.
yes, so there are 5 applicants that you have in front of you. This once again was for the Welcome to Oroville city limit signs that have not been replaced since 2006 during our centennial. This contest, but the winner is just to be selected. But it was approved by this commission on August 10th and ran until November 30th. So the following submission, the 5 following submissions you have in front of you met all of the criteria, which was pretty broad, just to be Oroville themed, a digital artwork submission, area population, elevation, and city population, which will be updated once we have those. So these are just, it's not the correct populations or anything on there right now. So those will be updated. And this is just for us to select the artwork today.
Do you want to go through them? It's just because they.
So we received the following artwork in the order presented. So there's no favoritism, anything with how they're being presented in front of you. It's just who submitted first. So our first one that we have here, let's see
Here we
if
go.
you guys like, yeah, I'm not sure if you guys have looked at
Oh, we
all of them
wanna-
yet.
Go through all of them, and then, yeah.
Let's see if we can make them bigger.
Sorry, they come in different sizes, so I'm trying to. There's the second one.
Is the second one, is that
It might be the size that they sent it to you. No, it's the.
Yeah, I'm not just how they were submitted. The fifth one. So that is all 5. It looks like we got you a color copy as well. We talked it over with, I think Wade has a sign guy, and we anticipate once selected, these could be produced and we could receive them hopefully by the end of January. So that would be if we were to select one today and to get them moving, hopefully we could get them right after the holidays, to get it end of January, maybe beginning of February. Is there any questions? Do we have any
Comments or?
comments, questions, concerns?
This last one, the logo seems familiar. Is that on our patches or something?
Yes, that is is it the city logo?
The city
The city
seal.
logo?
City seal.
Yeah, are they on the police officers? or-
So right behind you, actually.
Oh,
it's
there
the
it is.
same logo, or same picture.
I have a question.
Sorry, excuse me, I'm in the queue.
Oh, Miss Goodman, sorry.
Thank you. So, go back to the cocktail glass. There we go.
Believe that's a poppy.
Well, I wasn't sure, but, it looks like a cocktail glass. And only because I used to bartend. Another life.
I believe it's supposed to be a poppy.
Okay, well,
So are you saying that's,
I appreciate everyone's artwork.
how about, I'm sorry.
I just wanted
interrupted.
to clarify what the image was.
Can we do this, we have to come to a consensus.
Yes.
So are there any of these that you feel are not, that we could kind of move on from, or?
That are not acceptable?
Yeah, like, your comment about the poppy being maybe a cocktail, would that be something that we wouldn't want to consider?
So I honestly had that initial reaction also. I couldn't
Oh,
tell.
okay.
If it was, and I looked at it for a while and then I realized, oh, I think it's a poppy. But, I mean, it's beautiful, but yeah, I was wondering also if it was a cocktail. I have a question just for, I guess, laser printing, because I'm not really familiar with that art form. For the second entry, I believe in the background, that's a photograph, correct?
Yes, does look that way.
Do photographs translate to laser so
laser.
it would look that enhanced and that colorful? Do you know?
We can get a confirmation
I was
on
gonna say, yeah.
that. Yeah, so if the photograph wouldn't work, they would just have to digitally render it in such a way
Okay.
Which
that
I
it
think,
mimics it.
yeah, if not, I'm sure we could reach out to the artist, and that's something that we could get done, or send it somewhere that we could get it digitally done.
Okay.
Yes, I believe either option we could make happen.
Okay.
But the sign company did say any amount of colors would be fine. So
So does that mean there's a standard set price? It would seem like the more color, the more imagery, the more expense.
Yes.
Or are we getting a good rate because we are,
we get a good rate. This is the sign vendor that we work with for all
Okay.
of our city signs.
Yeah.
right?
This is the same company we used for the Centennial signs as well.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Well,
I think I'm familiar with the process. It's dye-infused aluminum, so you would take a photo, screen it on the aluminum, you bake it, and then it seems like the color would last. I mean, that's what I use when my, the work that I do, so.
okay.
I mean, I'm assuming it's similar, so.
Well, I think the reason I was asking also, because I'm not familiar with that, is because one of the sort of concerns we've had is that the current signs have gotten so faded. And I mean, that's such a beautiful image. I just wanted to clarify, as it translates to laser, is that going to stay?
It's definitely something we can double check with them. Like we said, the current signs have been there since 2006. So, I mean, everything with weather and wear and tear.
Right.
But yeah, we can definitely look into that and see if they have a new process, if they can guarantee any longevity of the color or anything like that.
Okay.
And it may be something that we want to look at into replacing those Welcome to Orville signs every 10 years or so, because that's when our census numbers are updated. So we'll want to keep that population up to date as well.
Okay.
This could be a fun, reoccurring artwork that we put out to the public.
Okay.
Approximately how much are we looking at?
I
To
haven't
replace
received that
every
cost from the Public Works manager. It's because we were going to replace them anyways, and we decided that we would do something fun with it and put it out to public
Okay.
for an art project. So it's already budgeted within our streets department budget for street signs. We just wanted to put a fun spin on it for the public.
Okay. Well,
So how about we go through and we just do like, see the first image and just raise our hand if we want it to be in consideration, round one. and
Yeah, do you
then-
guys want to narrow it down? Do you want
Yeah,
to go
let's
through it?
try and narrow it down that way. So let's go back to
Number one.
Welcome to Oroville.
Sorry about the sizes, guys. It's kind of funky.
So that one's clear to me. It's easy to see. Not too busy, but not very colorful. So what do you guys think? 1, 2, 3. Would that be in consideration or thumbs up?
you're talking to the color queen. So, I love color.
So you want to pass on that one?
I do.
How about Andy?
Okay.
Pass on that one? Okay. All right, going to number
Number
2.
two?
So number 2's got the color.
Oh, I love this
We
one.
addressed the other issues. Does it seem a little busy, or you think that would be clear enough? What's the first thing you want people to see?
The butterflies.
Butterflies?
Well, that's what it looks like
You
to
zoom in more.
me. Are they leaves? Butterflies?
They're poppies.
I think those are
Oh,
poppies
oh,
also.
the poppies.
I think you got the poppy, and then there's a feather for the Feather River, I imagine, and then,
Yeah. And I love how in the floral trim, there's some lavender that enhances what's in the photograph.
yeah.
I really like that.
So we're going to keep that one in the first round? Yes. Okay,
Yes.
Number 3.
so
Sorry,
I
I'm sorry, I
would
should have checked
say
that.
the comments that you made, the first initial impression for me would be not to consider it because of the,
Well, I believe so. I think as a visitor and a guest in our town, and we're not familiar with the poppy, they might head straight to the casino.
and it's a little plain, maybe. Okay, so we'll skip that one.
Okay.
And then go into Welcome to Oroville, City of
Number
Gold.
4.
Number 4.
It-
So
To me,
like
it
a-
looks a little animated.
The initial reaction I had to this one was I really liked the brightness, and then I thought it looks more like a Welcome to California theme to me because of all of the, I wasn't sure how it completely tied into Oroville. I like the color, I like that it's bright.
I'm thinking all the gold is the City of Gold, but it just
Yeah.
seems a little empty. I don't know if it grabs you as well as the other signs.
You said two good things, empty and grab.
So we'll skip that one.
Yes.
Okay. So then the last one, number 5.
Now, when I look at this one, I look at the logo and my first reaction was, if it ain't broke, why fix it? We've been using it. It's been a standard for quite a while. And people know, those that are familiar with Oroville, especially since the spillway, we are recognized as having the largest earthenware dam in the world. And that's what we're known for, is the dam.
So the format of that one is a little different than the other two. Is there going to be a standard kind of shape of the sign? Or will it just
So-
be a rectangle? as
So
opposed-
right now we have the standard shape, which they were supplied. Let's see. Either we leave it the standard shape and there would be, like you see on the screen, white above it,
Oh, okay.
or we could ask to change the shape. I did notice that as well, but that's something that we could look into.
So is the main difference, am I seeing correctly, that the olives, is that the main difference?
From our
oh,
current seal? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, it's right in back of us.
Right, okay. And the ribbons a little.
So we have it narrowed down to number 5 and number 2, I believe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's between 5 and 2, so anybody feel strongly about one as opposed to the other? I mean,
Yes.
Commissioner Goodson, I think I kind of tend to agree with you that it's a recognizable logo and
I make a
and
note
the,
to,
and the the dam,
yes.
and the railroad, important. What do you think?
I really love number 2. I think it's so beautiful, but I am a little bit worried that from a distance and once it's enlarged, are we really going to see all of that beautiful color and the reflection of the water? It would be such a shame to
lose some of it.
to lose something. It would be beautiful, to have that presented somewhere where we can make sure that we really see that color and that vibrancy. But I am a little bit worried about fading, and
Okay.
so I don't know how that would translate to laser. I like both the designs.
Goodson, would you like to make a motion?
Yes, I move that we accept number 5 as the,
I'll second it.
I want to make sure I'm using the correct terminology here, but as for the Oroville city sign, number 5. It's been seconded.
We can't vote.
We can't vote.
If you would like to just do an all in favor, all opposed, you can.
All
Vote
in
that way.
favor? Say
Aye.
Sure.
Hey, we got that. Wasn't that hard? No.
Motion carries.
But I'm in agreement with you, Commissioner Krantz. I would like to see this
I would
with a lot of
too.
visibility, even as a mural, perhaps with this minimized, but it is very
It's
pretty.
it's breathtaking. That's just a beautiful photograph.
Okay, moving on to reports, discussion, and correspondence. Number 3, vacant commission seat.
So our executive committee, who fills these seats, are meeting, I believe, this Thursday. Are you
Becky,
aware?
is that correct?
that
Thursday?
correct?
The executive committee is meeting tomorrow morning at 8:30. They have about 20 applications across all the commissions that were open with vacant seats. And so they will be reviewing those and giving staff further direction as to whether they want to interview or bring a list to council. And so I'll know more after tomorrow morning.
All
And
right.
does that, if someone is selected, would we have seats filled by our February meeting?
I can't speak to that just because if they want interviews and things, I'm not sure what their process will look like. But if they go the shorter process, most likely. If they go the longer process, possibly.
Okay.
Okay,
So we have hopes that they will be filled by February, which would be fantastic. But it's a good sign that we have so many applicants. So hopefully we have several to pick from for this committee. It'd be fantastic if we could get those filled. Any questions on vacant seats or the process or anything?
There were, I believe, about 5 applicants specific to this commission. Yeah.
That's great. So moving on to number 4, plaque options. So this is something that's reoccurring. We had discussed putting a plaque on all murals that were funded by this committee. So I brought an example. It's just a piece of metal, but you can envision it with your logo, so the Arts Commission logo on the top, and then on the bottom half we could either do for more information with the QR code or just do a QR code in the center. Our clerk recently was traveling and came across some other murals in another town that had QR codes on them. So this is an example. I believe is this Fort Bragg?
So this was in Fort Bragg. They were all over the town. Anywhere there was a mural, you saw this white plaque next to it. And I know it's really hard to see. I've asked the clerk there to give me a better picture of it, so we may get one, but this was just in passing.
So it sounds like we're kind of moving in the same direction with the QR code. This commission was in favor of it, and we were talking about doing just a generic QR code that went straight to our city website, but not just to the main page, straight to the, NOFA funded art page for this commission. So that you can take it there and then scroll to the mural that they want more information on. And then we could add more about background of the artist, the mural, when it was funded, how long it took. We could do all kinds of stuff on there. We could do a little interview with the artist. So just more information so that when people are walking by, they can scan it and kind of do it at their own time.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that? Do you guys want to see? You guys like how simple this one is? Are you wanting something with the Arts Commission logo on it? Or are you wanting something this simple with just the QR code? I can bring back more examples. We
could even have the language read, funded by the Oroville Arts Commission with the QR code, or for more details on this mural and artist, scan QR code, and then underneath we can even on the website, reference the ordinance that funds it and go on from there. The options are pretty much endless with this one.
Yeah, that sounds good. What you just outlined sounds really good. You just scan it and give you the rest of the information. The less you have on that, seem like it'd be easier to preserve, so what do you think? Good? Yeah.
Okay, so we'll move forward with this idea with the QR code. We can talk about sizes and everything. Looks like that example is a little bit bigger than the size I brought today, which sizes are completely up to us. We can have them cut the size of metal however we like. This is, I believe, just aluminum. This was one of the cheaper options that we could, if damaged or faded or anything, we could replace them pretty easily. I think they were like $20, opposed to them being the heavier metals that cost more. So that's something that we can move forward with, and I can bring you guys some more examples and see how it looks, and we can pick more.
Right.
And especially with the storm that we had the past couple of days, we do want something that's going to last. And since it seems like our city has a surplus and an abundance of money, why not go for something that's a little more durable?
Okay, we can bring back more options. We did discuss it. It's been a few meetings now of the different types of metal we could do, but I'll definitely bring that back and we can talk about some layouts and designs and the cost of metals again.
And going with bronze might be the best option at this point because we're not putting specific information regarding each mural on the plaques. So the plaques, if the mural gets painted over, the plaque can be removed and reinstalled at another location. So we can reuse them over and over, and the bronze will last for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot, how did you explain it would be attached?
So it would kind of depending on what the mural's material is, we would have to revisit it almost each time. But we will work with probably our parks department about getting them attached to the walls, liquid nails, if we need to screws somehow. It looks like that one in the example was screwed onto the wall.
Wood, yeah.
It was into wood, so it might change each time.
There's
But we will figure it
stucco
out.
or-
Yeah,
nuts and
stucco or
bolts.
something, yeah.
Oh, great.
Okay, so yeah, we'll definitely bring back more options and different metal types and prices for you for our meeting in February.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Great. So moving on to number 5, so that kind of brings us full circle back into our NOFA projects. One of the 2018 NOFA projects that has been open for a while with the Birdcage Theater finally closed. It's very exciting. They found someone to finally hang their mural. So that's
pleased.
fantastic. So all of them are closed from that NOFA round. And then for our 2021 NOFA round, all of them except for the performing arts is still open or have been closed. So the Cultural Center, the Oroville Inn mural, the Train mural, and the Pac Bell mural have all been completed. The Cultural Center is the only one that has had a dedication so far. We have reached out to a few other of the building owners to get involved in those. So we're hoping to get a few of those scheduled for next year.
Great.
Yeah,
Sounds
so it's
good.
very exciting. Any questions on those projects?
I have none.
No? So, okay. So, correspondence, is it now time to bring up some items from the commissioners, or?
Yes, yeah. Have any commissioner updates, future agenda items, anything?
So
like
I
to see?
scheduled a presentation
Yes.
about murals from one of our Butte County mural artists, and she will probably be here for February, and do a little report on costs and that sort of thing, because we need to have a little more information about what other cities are doing, how much they pay for their murals. So one of the things maybe we can bring up is in our proposals to have the artists put in the square footage of their signs, and then we can use some other cities of what they're approving, artists get paid for that, and we get more bang for our buck that way, I think. So that's something that'll be in February.
Yes, I have a note from I believe she goes by B.
Yeah.
From Butte's Arts Mural Association to give a presentation in February. So we have that in our notes, and she will join us in February for a presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tried
that's
to get her
great.
for this time, but wasn't,
Yeah.
didn't work out. Second thing, just want to let you know that Butte County Office of Ed is partnering with the Kennedy Center, and we're working on a grant for Oroville, Palermo, and Thermalito schools to provide art experiences for our K-8 students. And so that's ongoing. Right now, we're in the forming years where we discuss our goals and our mission, and then the city is a partner of that as well. I'm not sure how we would be involved, but then the next stage would be implementation and scheduling artists. And the whole notion is that, all kids have the right to discover if they have any kind of creativity
Artistic abilities.
or anything. So it's any given child is kind of the title. And, my hope as a longtime art educator is that you reach the kids that have the potential but never had the opportunity. And you do see a lot of kids that are labeled talented, but they've had resources that some other kids in the community may not have had. And so this whole project is to empower everybody and then put them on an even playing field. And the hope is, that the city will improve because of that early exposure, behavior, citizenship, pride in the community, just like our mural program is doing. So just want to report on that work that we're doing. So
Sounds great.
any other commissioners have? Okay, I guess that's it. So if there's nothing else, we'll adjourn the meeting early.
Next regular meeting is scheduled for February 8th at 4 p.m.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.